Hello, and welcome to Seshat's Wisdom. My name is Nika. You can call me Seshat. And I am here to deliver the wisdom that maybe others haven't been, and to enlighten you on a few things that are metaphysical in nature, but also too pertain to your well being. Let's face it, everything is derived from the spirit. And so let's just jump right into it. Depending on the length, I may need to do a part two. So brace yourself. But without further ado, let's just get into the meat and the heart of this subject here. All right? Right now, you may or may not be experiencing some kind of strife in your life. It may have just happened. It may be ongoing, and or you may be experiencing this and it just is not normal or even fair. Regardless, you're noticing a consistency, and maybe not. Maybe you're going to the stint, but you know one thing's for sure: you want to get out of it, rightly so. But like I said, everything starts with the spirit. And a lot of times, when things are going wrong in your life, you just immediately jump to something that you're doing physically. Maybe you made a bad decision. Maybe you're just not having the energy you used to, or maybe you just feel like you're not trying enough. But what I'm here to let you know is that might be mute. You may be trying and trying and trying, and it's like ice skating uphill. Or you just find yourself in a pattern. Now, this can go for your love life, it could go for your finances, career, opportunities, your good fortune or misfortune. And so, what I'm saying is, this could be no fault of your own, and you're experiencing it. And so, if this isn't something that you can help, then how do you remedy it? How do you not only get to the bottom of what's going on, but potentially resolve it, stop it, so you can live the life you want? Let's jump right into it. Get ready for Seshat's wisdom, because I'm here to let you know that your life could be affected spiritually in four ways. The first way is through ancestor bartering. Ancestor bartering. What is that? It's when a previous relative makes a deal, a pact, a blood contract, an agreement, anything of that nature with a low vibrational entity that is wicked, evil, and for them to have an easier life in their present, they sacrificed the life, physically or spiritually, of a relative in the future to gain a wealth and abundance in their present, right? You see that all the time. They even talked about this in fairy tales. Those are truth pathways, meaning when the truth is told for karmatic balance. Stories like Rumpelstiltskin, those childhood stories, they've been told a various amount of ways, but the gist of it is the young woman in the story made pacts with a demon to help her And then the last big favor he did, he told her he would only do it if she promised her child. Okay? Now, he wanted a physical child, but that symbolism too for that child's life source energy. When they do that, a lot of times though, it's not necessarily to make one's life bad, but to even give the future abundance. Now, in this instance, what I'm talking about is specifically those ancestors in the past who sacrificed your good fortune, your comfortable life, your quote unquote blessing, so that they could experience wealth in their present. All right. Then, of course, you hear about the Kardashians, all right, about them being witches and how their great, 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 great grandmother made a pact with entities in order to secure the wealth of the women in their family. All right. Now, along the road, I'm going to touch on that because, yeah, if you only knew. And so this video isn't for that, though. This video is to outline certain things that may be affecting your life. And so ancestor bartering is one. The second thing is the evil eye. Okay, what do I mean by that? Well, evil eye. People in your intimate circle, your family, your friends, your coworkers, your spouse, people you care about. They may be destiny swapping you, giving you unintentional psychic attacks, or energy stealing envy that is slowly breaking you down. And you don't realize it. You notice that you're tired. You notice that everything is going good. And then all of a sudden it's being taken away. You get something new that you're proud of. And all of a sudden it starts breaking down, having issues where it didn't before. There's a book that mentions it. And I'll be sure to note the title. It's called Evil Eye. And the author escapes me. I might just put it on the screen here if you see it. Definitely go out and get that book because it's an excellent reference to how not only to protect yourself, but also to how to recognize when you're under attack. Now, mind you, these aren't intentional. A lot of times it's a subconscious thing. Sometimes they are intentional. Unfortunately, it sometimes be the people in your close circle trying to take you down. But then it might be just people who are generally jealous and didn't realize that they threw a psychic attack your way. In the book, one of the instances, he talks about how he helped a couple. This couple bought a brand new vintage house, beautiful. They were very proud of their purchase. They upgraded it, they renovated it, and so they wanted to share their joy with their friends and families, coworkers. So they decided to have a cookout, a little barbecue. During the barbecue, her husband was making nice drinks at the bar outside, and then she gave her friends and family a tour of her new home, her imported marble counters, just all this. And then shortly after the function, everything just started falling apart. The chandelier she was showing to everyone, crystal. One day they just heard break in the hallway, crash from the ceiling. They started having plumbing issues. Animals started crashing into their window. Just a lot of odd things. Now, mind you, none of this was happening. The house was perfectly fine before they had that get together, that party, that housewarming, so to speak. And so, of course, she consulted the author in the book, and he confirmed with practices that she indeed got a nasty hit of the evil eye. He may have methods in the book on how to maybe find out who it is, but actually it doesn't matter. All you need to do is either reverse it, stop it, whatever. But that's just an example of the type of spiritual attacks that could be affecting you right now. And it's either done intentionally or unintentionally. Okay. The third is low vibrational entity attacks. Now, the difference between this one and the evil eye is actual entities sent after you, entities attached to you sucking your energy. And these entities can either be sent to torment you by witch practitioners, or you could have went somewhere and it followed you home. Like I said, putting actual roots on people, under unfortunately, that's a big business. Dark arts and all that is a big business, and people do that to folks. Okay. But also too, when you go out to certain places, if you visit certain places that are known to have spirits, haunted houses, just anything, a spirit could attach to you and follow you. In the Caribbean, I remember my grandmother told me a secret. Every time you come home at night, when you reach your door, you go through the door, but then you turn around at the threshold of the door and then you close the door. Because when you do that, that's you signaling that nothing should follow you in. And so it's these um, little hints and tricks of the spirit that your ancestors passed down that you think is just a quirky little thing that they did, and it's not. I believe in some Asian cultures, you're supposed to do something to the door, wipe your shoes clean or something. It's for good fortune, but also too, there was something else that you're supposed to do. It's kind of like what Caribbean culture, you turn around and you close the door. But that's number three. And then finally, number four is karmatic payout. Spiritual debt that you're paying off that is due from a previous life, or karma that needs to be resolved in this reality. Now, usually it's from a previous life. If you procured karma, negative karma, in this lifetime, it usually doesn't roll over in this lifetime. If it does, it happens to you way after, maybe not immediately in your old age, depending on when you committed the violation of karma. Whether it's you screwing somebody over, whether it's you doing something terrible, things like that, you want you want to pay it back in the lifetime you're in. You do not want it to reach you for the next lifetime, because if you do, it's going to hit harder. It's going to be tenfold. And so you could be experiencing karma from the previous life that you were in. I do apologize for the sirens. Usually when somebody is speaking spiritually, they're vibrating high. And when that happens, and this is just, a little tidbit for y'all. When that happens, distractions are sent, alarms, noises, the ice cream truck, things like that. It's not coincidence. If you notice, when you watch videos of like Bobby Hemmett, Gilbert Blair, or it speakers, spiritual, metaphysical speakers like that, when they speak, you hear just out of nowhere in the background sirens. They'll be sitting there talking nothing, all of a sudden sirens. I remember one video, Gilbert Blair was speaking. I guess they didn't like him elevating all those melanin dominant people because there was a chopper, sirens. I'm like, wow, he had to stop speaking. He was like, I'm sorry, folks. And he had to wait. And so I tell you this, and I do apologize for interrupting, but I tell you this because you can expect a lot more of that. Okay? Because this knowledge that I'm sending to you is true. And when you are watching someone who is spiritual, if they're in a place that, if they're near the window or anything and they can't really control the noise, you will hear sirens because what they're speaking is high vibrational. Anyway, but I digress. And so, yes, the fourth is the karma payout. All right. And so now I bet you're wondering, what can you do about this? All right. Now, since I just started my channel, I have a time limit, so I will have to create a part two. So, catch how you can solve this in your life and how you can actually start to get to the bottom of which of the four, or if it's all four. Stay tuned for Seshat's Wisdom, part two.